welcome back to the channel. I thought we'd take a break from the Civic Type R today and I would give you guys a little walk around of my 2021 Subaru STI. So I guess right on to the engine build, as that's probably what everyone is most interested in. I am running a IAG Stage 4 block, ported heads. I'm running a Garrett G25 Turbo. I have the Cosworth intake manifold, which I have powder coated red, stripped it blue off the logo. I think it looks really clean this way. Looks well, definitely gives the engine bay a little bit more of the OEM feel, but definitely does not look stock. I'm running the Killer Bee radiator. I have a tile blow-off valve. I'm running the anti-gravity lightweight battery. As far as the intercooler piping goes, it is the ETS kit made for the 2015 to 2021 STI, and I am running their front mount intercooler. I'm running the Radium fuel rails with 1300cc injectors, which I am actually going to be changing out because I was able to source a set of brand new Cosworth fuel rails, which I'm going to be replacing these with. I have the Lathworks. It's a replica of the ARC pulley cover that everyone really likes, but I can't bring myself to pay $1,000 for a part like this. So, and I honestly, he does great work on the replica. I think it looks literally exactly the same, minus the little ARC badge that sits, I think, like right here, but does the job, covers the pulleys properly, protects them. Since I am running a front mount intercooler, I do not need the scoop to be functional, so I actually am running the Varus block off plate for the scoop. The engine currently makes about 528 wheel horsepower and about 500 pound-feet of torque on E85. I don't know what it makes on 91. I think it makes about 400 on 91 if I'm not mistaken, but I could be wrong on that. But I know on ethanol it makes 528 to the wheels and about 500 pound-feet of torque, which isn't bad, honestly, from a little Garrett G25, which, as far as turbos go, isn't that big, but the response, the spool response is great. Feels just like if anyone's running a Cobb 20G or a similar turbo like that, where you do get really good response in the low end. This is pretty much what this car feels like. For wheels and tires, I am running Volk TE37s. These are the Black Edition 3s. They are wrapped in Yokohama Advan AO52s. I am going to be switching out the wheels though. I was able to source a set of the OG bronze TE37, which I am going to be putting on. And I don't know what I'm going to be doing with these wheels. I might put them on the 2012 STI hatch. But I also have a set of bronze SLs, which I think bronze looks better on white cars, which the 2012 hatches is also white, so I think I might throw those on too. But we'll see. I'm not really sure what I'm going to be doing with these wheels just yet. I have the ARP extended wheel studs and Project Kicks lug nuts. I have the stock Brembos and the stock rotors, stock pads, which work great. The car only has about 3,000 miles on it, so the brakes are brand new. They're pretty much brand new. Onto the exhaust, I'm running the Vermont Sports Car exhaust. This is one of 50 they made. This is number 13. I requested number 13 actually because it's my lucky number. But I think I actually am going to be getting a custom set of mufflers made. I'm going to be keeping the Vermont Sports Car mid-pipe, but I am going to be having my tuner fab me up a set of mufflers and a 4-inch tip exhaust instead of 3. I think it'll fill out the back of the car a little better. But this exhaust is insanely loud. It's pretty much straight piped. There is no muffler. I mean, that's pretty much the muffler, but it is extremely loud. I am going to be utilizing the V-band still. We're going to be
like I said, we're going to be making something custom for the car, and it's going to be utilizing the V-band clamp still, which I like better.
Onto the interior, as you can see, it's basically stock with the exception of I've replaced the driver's seat with a Bride Shadia 2 a while ago. I think these are discontinued. I think the Bride Shadia 3 is out now. But this is the carbon back reclinable option. I did replace the shift knob and the reverse lockout and the emergency brake handle and the emergency brake button. I was able to find a this knob was actually an option for I think the GDs back in the day from the factory. It is titanium. It is missing the little red sticker that goes around, which is extremely hard to find. I hope one day I can find someone who's willing to part with just the sticker, but usually they want to sell the knob with it, and these go for about $300 to $400 I think with the stickers, so not really too concerned about it right now, but I do love this knob. I am running a Cobb access port, which pretty much monitors the engine. I'm sure all you Subaru guys know exactly what this does, but if you don't, it pretty much plugs into the OBD2 port outlet, and it can read your intake temp, it can read your boost, things like that. It can also reset your ECU if you throw a code. You can also read the codes to tell you exactly what is going wrong with the car, which is very handy. I can't remember exactly what model this is, but this is a AEM digital dash, which I have mounted right here. A lot of Subaru guys will have gauges maybe up here or on the A-pillar here, but I decided just to have one kind of master gauge, as you might call it. It reads everything like oil pressure, oil temp. It has my AFR, so I can just look right down there. It's also held on magnetically, so I can just pop it off right away, store it if I need to. But I do like this option right here. When you're sitting in the car, it's nice and low. It's not in your line of sight. You can glance at it real fast. But I'm not a huge fan of having a bunch of gauges all over the car. I think it looks a little too busy, so I decided just to go with this. It's a little more, it's definitely a more expensive option, but I do like how simple it is, and you can customize the background, you can customize whatever you want it to read. But yeah, this is my interior setup. It is basically stock for a 2021 STI. Like I said, I have changed the seats, the driver's seat, and just the shift knob and emergency brake, but other than that, it is basically OEM in here. The last thing I guess we'll go over is the suspension. I am running KW Club Sport coilovers. I'm not exactly sure what they are, but I'm running pretty much the full catalog of the carbine braces underneath. I actually spoke to Carbine, and I think the set I got was actually the last set they had and were going to make for the VA STIs, so I'm actually pretty lucky I got those. But this is my 2021 Subaru STI. Like I said, it makes 528 real horsepower and about 500 pound-feet of torque. We are going to be working on this car throughout the year, but I think as far as the major components go, we are pretty much done with this car. But I do have a 2012 Subaru STI hatch that we are going to be working on. It's pretty much completely stock, except for maybe the head unit. But we are going to be working on that one throughout the year. I have a whole bunch of parts already ordered for that car. We are going to be installing, like exhaust, new wheels, everything like that. So sorry about that, guys, the camera died. But I think that's going to do it for this video. Like I said, this is my 2021 Subaru STI. If you guys enjoyed the video, please leave a comment, give the video a like, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.